Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Doujinshi, and welcome back to another episode of Hentai Reviews, the only series where we review things that some people just aren't man enough, or woman enough, or just enough in general. You gotta have heart. You gotta have... I was gonna say that one word that everybody assumes is just Jewish slang, but I don't have that type of vocal control. So I'm just gonna say the right stuff. So today we are going to be let's just start out thankful that the fact that there are 63 people currently subscribed to this channel. 63 people. Holy shit. Thank every fucking one of you for being here. I can't stress that enough. But enough with the ass kissery. Let's go ahead and get on to the review. Today we are going to be reviewing episode 2 of Kiss Hug. Yes, after doing this and then getting through the next episodes of Redo of a Healer and Black Bible, I will be getting into a new series. Yeah, I'm not just going to be in a loop this entire time. I didn't pick 3 series that are 50 episodes apiece. Episode 2 of Kiss Hug, done by those goddamn people over at Queen Bee. You know the people, where they take essentially some slow motion photos and then they just kind of loop them in order, like still JPEGs, and then leave them to see what animation could look like in 2001 with no budget. Running at 19 minutes and 59 minutes long, you couldn't have just done 1 second longer just to like the 20 minute you had to do. Alright. With 16 total categories, that's a lot. With notable of which is the reverse Uno, where the girl is taking charge in the entire thing. Vanilla, we all know that flavor. Some of you are sick of it. I'm not, so I'm going to keep reviewing it. And the 3 people in a group. You know what it means. One dude gets to disappoint 2 women. How can I say that? It starts off, as it did the first episode, with a random main character. He remembers the lonely childhood and talks about how his 2 friends, both female of which, as they talk on the roof of a school, because, you know, anime characters can do that, but in, like, every other school ever, that's a huge health hazard. The female characters start to ask about him, and then start taking his firsts. You know, first kiss, and then immediately jump to the next thing that clearly comes after kiss. Mouth stuff. Wow, they just jumped the whole gun. Leading to the first scene, which is 2 minutes and 5 seconds into 3 minutes and 50 seconds in. Overall, little less than about 1:45, not too bad. It then skips forward a bit to them starting to just kind of jump around with how promiscuous they are with him. As in, they start getting more public with it, and then they start pimping him out to get laid with other girls. And they start going further and further. Leading to scene 2, which happens at 4 minutes and 20 seconds in, 4:20, ending at 5 minutes, and then going immediately to another scene at 5 minutes and 20 seconds to 7 minutes and 20 seconds, 2 minutes long, and then about 30 seconds later they kick back in with 7 minutes and 50 seconds to 9 minutes and 35 seconds. Each time they jump from scene to scene, there's a little bit of foreplay in the center of it and a scene shift that also implies that they're getting more over the top with what they're letting being done to the guy. And eventually, he gets fed up with the whole, like, hey, stop pimping me out. And they're like, alright, but we're best friends, by the way. And he's like, alright, I totally accept that. And then it moves on to the next characters. Just abruptly. Immediately over, just... alright, nothing else is going on with those characters. We'll just move on. The new story starts with the main character showing off that he really likes his childhood friend, as you do, and he shows that he really likes it by sticking his hand down her pants in the middle of a library. And yeah, this isn't to the scene. Apparently, she needs help getting off. Single player mode. Master debating. And in an attempt to... He really likes her. But she is starting to get more distant the more she uses him for that purpose. So what he does is he starts taking his time. Kind of working up to a bigger payoff, if you will. And then it kind of teeters towards more denial fetish, if you will. To which case, he just straight up tells her, hey, I won't get you off for a full week just because I want you to feel something super special. And the next scene doesn't start until, scene 3 that is, doesn't start till 13 minutes and 30 seconds in, but the reason it does that is because it takes its time showing off a lot of foreplay in a lot of different areas. Different scenarios showing off how much she's building up, until it eventually just cuts to her being like, hey, it's been a week. Take your pants off. To which case, it then leads to the scene 3, 13 minutes and 30 seconds in to 16 minutes and 35 seconds in. It kind of conveys the fact that, like, hey, now that we've slept together, there's no going back. I'm like, are you guys dating? Nope, they're just getting it on all the time. It then cuts to them on a school rooftop, similar to the first series, but it's completely unconnected. And they're getting a little bit handsy, and then it ends. Like, there's no time for a full extra scene because it just ends right there. But that was Kiss Hug episode 2. I guess we can jump into the reviews, I guess. That was kind of abrupt, but here we go. 3, 2, 1, switch. Thank you very much. Yeah, I guess we're gonna get into the reviews. The animation for it is goddamn Queen Bee. It's Queen Bee. If you know Queen Bee, then you know. And if you haven't seen my first episode, it's weird that you decided to do this one, but Queen Bee is the people that somehow get the rights to things that are really, really good with amazing doujins, and then they spend no money on the animation whatsoever. And it's really hard to look at every single time it happens. So their animation is a 3 out of 10. I'd say it's a little bit worse than the first, just because they use so many still images with slight movement in them. Like, the hair is just a wiggling JPEG plastered over a single unmoving face. So let's go ahead and get into characters. 3 out of 10 for animation. Characters, they're super bland. It's just horny girls, reluctant at first guys. Like, that's it. That's really all that's there. And I'm not 100% on the whole, like, hey, let's lean into the fact that this is in fact a porno. But have you ever watched a real life porno? People are having fun with that because they know the acting is bad. They either know the acting is bad, or they go over the top with their acting to show that they're doing it way more than they should, which leads to good acting for things that should not have good acting in them. This is just like stock standard bland, but they do bland twice. Bland is okay once. Bland once gets you a 5 out of 10. Bland twice is just dumb. Like, it's 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 for just bland characters in a bland scenario that really doesn't, like, spice up anything. It's just, at first, overly large amounts of sex. Second, denial of sex. Congratulations, you created a dichotomy of the whole thing without actually making it interesting. But, nonetheless, 4 out of 10 for characters, and now what we're all really here for, the plot. Overall, it's decent. Like, I'm not going to say it's bad, and I'm not going to say that, oh, it's not good, but it's not bad. It's definitely good. But, like, it's hard for me to rate bad plot. until I feel like I will find bad plot at some point, but today just isn't the day. Even if Queen Bee has bad animations, they still cut to different spots to kind of give you better angles on things that are happening. So overall, the plot itself, decent. 7 out of 10 overall. And the best way that I can describe this with its overall score, mediocre. It's just mediocre. Lands at a 5 out of 10 because it would have landed at like a 4.6, 4.6. Rounded up is 5, so like I wouldn't necessarily say that I would recommend you watching this, but I also wouldn't say that there's anything great about it. There's nothing great. There's nothing good. This is filler. It's filler for people who... This is definitely for people who just started watching hentai. And I can't really say it's for anybody else. If you're into something specific, there's better of everything out there. If you're into something that's not here, then you're definitely not going to be here. So, yeah, mediocre at best. Not even going to try to do the Mad Max joke. It's just mediocre. 5 out of 10. And I'd like to say that's it for the review. So, thank you everybody for being here. 63 fucking subscribers. That's fucking crazy. Hi, everybody. Most of you probably aren't watching it. But, like, to everybody who did, hi! God, that's weird to be like, hey, I have 63 people that just feel like watching me. That's awesome. And thank you for putting up with my really, really dumb schedule. That isn't even a schedule anymore. It's just how bad of a day at work did I have. Alright, so there's no video. That's pretty much what I go through. But I can't thank y'all enough for being here. Thank you so much. And let's go ahead and end it right there. Have a nice day. Don't be a dick. There's too many of them. And wash your fucking hands. I've been the doctor. I'll see you guys later. Peace.